I'm Julia Oldham from Eugene, Oregon, and I'm the November 2016 Artist in Residence at AIRIE in the Everglades. I work primarily in video and animation, and my work is frequently about the idea of chasing after the impossible. When I first arrived here, I knew that I wanted to make a ghost story about endangered species. But first I wanted to talk to some of the experts and educators here in the national park. I spoke to a woman named Kim Acker, who's a seasonal educator and a birder extraordinaire. And she told me that every winter she goes searching for the ivory-billed woodpecker, which is also called the ghost bird. So already that sounded perfect to me. The ivory-billed woodpecker was considered extinct in the 1940s, but there was a sighting in 2005 that took it off the extinction list and got people looking for it again. The ivory-billed woodpecker lived in a lot of different areas, but the Everglades was one place it called home. And so the piece that I've been working on here is a combination of video and animation in which Kim, the birder who searches for the ivory-billed woodpecker, reproduces one of her searches as a performer in front of my camera. And through animation, I create an encounter with the ghost bird as a spirit. In the final film, Kim, as a real live person in a real live place, interacts with an animated ivory-billed woodpecker that I created through old-fashioned hand-drawn animation, so stacks and stacks of drawings. I've been here for 1 month, both filming and drawing, and putting together footage with animation in order to tell this story that obviously couldn't be all filmed just with a video camera. The ivory-billed woodpecker has not been documented since the 40s. There have been sightings, but it's hard to say whether they're real or just a hope. So creating the ivory-billed woodpecker as an animated character is necessary. I typically will animate at a frame rate of somewhere between 6 and 12 frames per second. So that means 6 to 12 drawings for every second of the film. It's a lot of work, but the process of repeating drawings and really getting to know that character well is very meditative, and ideas can come up in that process of repetitive drawing that I wouldn't have otherwise during that time of real focus on this character that I'm creating. To incorporate the ivory-billed woodpecker's ghost into the landscape, I'm layering the drawn character on top of live footage of a real landscape and a real person. This process of layering can allow for an element of fantasy to be inserted into the real world. The ivory-billed woodpecker appears as a sort of translucent ghost, and it and Kim have an emotional interaction that results in the ivory-bill leaving her a gift before it disappears. For me, this story is about hope, but also grief for the things that we've lost and what we'll continue to lose. We're fighting a losing battle against climate change, and trying to save the environment does feel like chasing after the impossible sometimes, and it can be easy to despair and lose hope. But I like the idea of a visiting spirit that helps us along and keeps us going forward.